Hello, this is Group 1. This presentation will focus on CMM Corporation HR practice regarding its subsidiaries in Europe. The presentation is divided into three parts. It will look at the background of human resources in each country, the management of human resources in different subsidiaries of the company in each country, and some proposals will be presented in the last part. First, the background of human resources in each country. In Hungary, CMM Corporation has built a new factory on greenfield land in the country. And unlike other Europe factories, it has not been associated with unions. This is a special feature of Hungary in terms of human resources. Unlike Hungary, the German operation has long been linked to the guild system, and the influence of union on the factory is enormous. However, the German manager considers some collective agreements of the unions to be meaningless because after the withdrawal from the collective agreements in the metal working industry, pay and working conditions have no effect. In addition, due to the principle of trade unions, factories have less freedom to dismiss employees for poor position, which is an institutional effect. In cultural terms, the collective performance concept of German work ethic is more deeply rooted, and this is challenged by the huge gap in pay within the factories.
In France, trade unions have noticeable position and influence. Although only a small percentage of employees join the organization, the branch still have the legal right to negotiate with the five French trade unions. In terms of institutions, French factories need to focus more on employment relations. This is because there is no non-union model that can be applied to CMM Corp. On the other hand, senior French union officials say that CMM Corps managers are difficult to satisfy. In addition, at the legal level, it's not legal to choose layoff staff on the grounds of capacity, and the CMM Corp has successfully objected to low ones, but it has led to a negative reputation for the company. When it comes to deal with unions, UK managers usually face to the difficult challenges when it comes to deal with unions. Although unions are not particularly active in the workplace, they still have a large membership base. What's more, according to correct labor relation situation in the UK, many workers' unions continue to have a significant influence on CM Corp. However, most of UK employees believe that unions relation are minor issue. It is because that there is no point in launching a direct attack on unions, as UK unions have no voice outside of pay negotiations. On the contrary, it can be beneficial to countries deal with disciplinary and related issues. And for the next,
The regional use of employment differences between countries has different degrees of benefits for subsidiaries in each country. Firstly, standardized employment systems can give rise to complaints from subsidiary manager against management, and differentiated employment systems can alleviate this problem to some extent. Secondly, standardized performance management can expose some employees to the risk of dismissal and prevent them from concentrating on their work, which can have a negative impact on employee motivation and performance. Thirdly, a differentiated employment system can allow subsidiaries to address their human resource management strategies in a timely and effective manner in line with local policies. Finally, it can prevent subsidiaries from breaching local laws. For example, the selection of candidates for redundancy on grounds of competence by a subsidiary in France is illegal and jeopardize the image of the company. In contrast, the implementation of a differentiated employment uh, system is conducive to the development of a legal employment system and to the preservation of the company's image. In Germany, due to the trade union system, it is It is not practical to dismiss employees immediately for poor performance. Furthermore, Germany has its own performance management and distribution system. Therefore, different countries have different processes, and the implementations of a standardized employment system is bound to cause a number of problems. The implementation of differentiated employment systems can effectively avoid these problems and give local human resource more scope to develop a locally appropriate employment policy. Okay, next one.
Based on the current situation at CMM Corp, our group believes that the most important human resource issues to focus on are employee performance and employee engagement. Firstly, there are many approaches to employee performance management. Fletcher and Williams argue that managers should set organizational goals and help each employee understand and recognize the role they play. Secondly, considering how employee engagement contributes to performance management is key to the development of performance management and is in line with recent trends in organizational science. Therefore, our group focuses on the issues of employee performance management and used to the PCER model to address the issues at CMM Corp. The PCER model considers employee performance from 4 dimensions, and the model focuses on improving employee management as well as improving employee security, which is necessary for the European subsidiary. The specific details are shown by other group members.
Okay, based on the PCER model, I will present our recommendations in 4 areas: plan, coach, evaluate, and rewards. In the plan section, I suggest that company management be able to involve some employer representative in company decisions. For example, in the performance management appraisal system and bonus amount, which helps to build a mental understanding of performance and behavioral expectation. In the coaching section, I would recommend that CMM Corp management be able to provide timely assistance to employers when they need feedback and guidance, which help employers to feel curious and also build better relationships with their supervisor and increase employer engagement and loyalty. In the evaluation section, we don't support the Corp's system of candidates for promotion to the top 10% of people, while to bottom 10% of people are considered to be dismissed candidates. And the European subsidiary is not suitable for this system, which not only reduces the sense of security of employers, but also reduce employer engagement. I suggest that CMM Corps adopt a mental evaluation of employee performance based on employer relations, job content, employer personal character, and so on, as mental evaluation content not limited to individual performance, to provide a more comprehensive evaluation content to motivate to the overall development of employers, but also to provide a more level playing field. In the bonus section, a flat amount is adopted for the basic salary, and the bonus is only available to the top 20% of employees in the employer mental evaluation. Considering that German companies don't support executive pay despite the amount of bonus will be decided within a certain range by employer negotiation. Therefore, our group believes that the PCER model can solve some of the CMM Corp companies' human resources problems. Okay, next page is our reference list. Thank you for your listening and watching.